from your Android or iPhone. Download the Radio Cayman app now on your Android or iOS phone.
The Radio Cayman app
is where you can listen to Radio Cayman everywhere you go.
Everywhere we go, we go. Everywhere we go, we go.
Find it in the Google Store, the Apple Store, or use the link at www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Yes, now you can listen to Radio Cayman everywhere.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands foremost listeners participation program.
Talk Today.
What's on your mind, Cayman? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. Cayman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host, Orrett Connor.
Good afternoon and welcome to Talk Today. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor. And as the intro says or said, if you're ready to talk, we're ready to listen. And talk, we can. Talk, you can today as well, because I am told no guest schedule in the studio. So it will be you as the guests on the telephone lines, and we will tell you what those numbers are as soon as we return. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Talk Today is reminding you
to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990. 949-8037 or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
And now, back to Talk Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, and it's good to be back in the studio. Of course, tomorrow morning, God willing, I will be back on For the Record as well. So I want to hear from you what's been happening. I must admit that even though I was on vacation, I kept in contact with your radio station, Radio Cayman, listened as much as I could. Of course, you know, when you're on vacation, you can take a little longer time in the morning before you get started as well. So that gave me an opportunity to listen and keep in touch with what's happening, you know, at home as well. And always good to be back. So let's look at some of the good news. We know some schools, I believe, have opened already. Some will be opening. Some preparations are being made now. I believe some students will start to go for orientation or other reasons in the next few days as well. But here is a good news story. This one coming from an article in the Cayman News Service website. 10-year-old flies high with history-making exam results. We want to share that good news with you if you haven't heard it already. But meanwhile, we do have a caller, so let's go to the phone line. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today. What's up, caller?
Yeah, good evening, OC. Glad to hear you back.
Good afternoon.
Enjoyed your time.
Yes, certainly did. Certainly did.
Time. And I'm going to use the word my good friend Mr. McLean used when you was away. OC, two substitutes, did a fantastic job for the record. While you was absent.
Yes,
So
and I'm going to
that
give
was
them a
what
big
Mr.
thank you
McLean-
tomorrow morning. I'm going to hold that for tomorrow morning for them.
Yeah, that's what Mr. McLean called him, you know. But yeah, OC. Now in the world, what I'm listening, I'm looking at the CNN, the Spanish news right now, where this president from Venezuela seems like he's not even there no more, because it seems like Donald Trump has put warships and sending troops down in there to get at him. And I mean, I understand he's running to Nicaragua, and the world ain't the way that it was, you know, in the 70s and in the 80s, you know. So we got to be careful now, but I'm glad that you made it back and continue on to the show. And all the people in Cayman, if you don't want to admit it, those of you that listen to the sound of my voice, this is the best place in the world to be.
Yes,
Don't care how
no
much
question.
stress it is on the island, regardless of how much stress you complain or how expensive it is. I'll leave it with your OC to say the Chinaman say, good things not cheap and cheap things not good. So Cayman is expensive, but it's good. So OC, you have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you very much, caller. For that as well. And just to mention before we go to a commercial break, the caller spoke about the 60s and 70s. Well, we should never forget that the United States of America, with their Central Intelligence Agency and other resources, they were behind regime changes in many, many countries, emerging African countries, those that's coming out of after obtaining their independence from either the Dutch or the French or the British, and of course later on the Portuguese as well, places like Mozambique and Angola. But the United States was all about regime change. Don't forget, some of you may not be old enough to know this, the Biafran War in Biafra. I remember having college friends, and they would talk about the photographs that they would receive and showing that the bombs, the napalm and the stuff that was dropped, on civilians, all with U.S. labeling on them as well. So whether or not the United States now is reverting back to its old self and looking at regime change again, and the question to ask, especially those countries that neighbor Venezuela, Colombia, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana. After Venezuela, who's next? Just had the opportunity to visit Panama for the first time. And remember, United States invaded Panama, as well. Regime change. United States trying to make the world the way that they want it. Now, some may say, well, those persons who are ahead of these regimes, sometimes they're not democratically elected, and that may be the case, as well. And, I have no sympathy, or I hold no brief for those countries and those leaders, who are ruling by fiat and not by the will of the people, as well. But it's like the caller said, it's going to be interesting to see what transpires in the area of Venezuela as well. With that, we're going to take our first commercial break. When we return, if there are no calls, I want to share this story about this 10-year-old who's flying high with historic exam results. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
There's something new at Subway. Indulge your taste buds with our new barbecue pork rib sandwich tender. Smoky pork ribs smothered in sweet and tangy barbecue sauce, built just the way you like it. It's bold, rich, and seriously satisfying. But hurry, it's here for a limited time only. Order now on the Subway Cayman Islands app for quick in-store pickup, or get it delivered with Bento or Let's Eat. The all-new barbecue pork rib sandwich, only at Subway. Subway, eat fresh.
Yummy.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Looking to transform your space? From custom homes to commercial spaces, we bring your vision to life with precision, quality, and elegance. At Mike's Builders, we make it happen.
Mike's Builders turned my dream home into a reality. Their team is professional, efficient, and truly the best in the business. Good communication? Check. Cleanliness? Check. Professionalism? On point. You have to try Mike's Builders for yourself.
Call us today at 923-0706. That's 923-0706. Mike's Builders. Let's build a beautiful world together.
Caymanian job seekers, are you still searching for the right opportunity? To ensure that your application is received and considered during your job search, we encourage you to apply for that role on the Work Jobs portal, even if you applied for the job advertised on the company's website. Best foot forward. Double up to stay on top. Don't wait. Hit that apply button today. Visit WORC.KY to search for available jobs.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. I am your guest host. My name is Orrett Connor and we do have a caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Connor.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Welcome back to Mr. Connor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Connor, I think I said it before. I'm not a police officer. I'm not an immigration officer. And I'm not a politician. But I learned a lot through the years, especially when people steal from you and things relating to certain laws.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to destroy people, but I got to look out for my country. And another thing that I've been observing very carefully on this radio station is certain people seem to think they're smart to try to sabotage Cayman finances. Try to sabotage our position, try to outsmart people,
Mm.
But we got to be like guards in this country, against certain things.
Yeah, we
certainly
certainly do.
I used to read the detective books when I was young, And boy, I tell you, if they had hired me at the police station. But anyway, it's too late for that. But Miss O.C., certain things is I mean, Cayman is a good place. It's a good place, but some people seem to believe that we fool. We foolish. And it's good sometimes when they even think that you're mentally ill. You know what they should have? I tell you what they should have. If I were working in the police force, I would put some police officers on the street to pretend like they're mentally ill too, and I bet you would learn some things. Or some immigration officers.
Yeah, we used to have that saying, "Plain fool to catch wise."
Yes, sir.
You remember that?
Yeah. But anyway, I like the politics better. I don't think I could be a police officer, and I don't think I could be a detective, and I don't think I could be an immigration officer because I just ain't that smart. But anyway, Mr. O.C., certain kind of things is real out of order, and we got to put things back in order here on this island, you know.
Okay, like what? Tell me some of the things that you other than the dishonesty, the thieving. Tell me some of the things that you are displeased about, that you're not pleased about.
Okay, I put it this way, Ms. Hosi, in relation to certain laws, immigration laws. You know, when somebody say to me, "No, they don't know who I am," you know. That's what I'm saying. No, they don't know who I am, no. But they can say to me, no, that they would pay me, no. Pay me $200, $100, whatever the case is, something like that. And we get married and et cetera, and they live this way and they live there, and I live the other way. Now, who do you think I am? That's not but facing this, you know.
Mm.
And the next one now got say to me now, they would pay me so and so amount of money weekly. We get married and they live this way and I live the other way. Now, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? No, I could have been a politician, you know. And I could have been a detective. And I could have been an immigration officer.
Mm-hmm. What you got to do is you got to play along with them so that you can get sufficient information from them. Play along with them at the beginning so that you can get a name. You can find out where they work. You can determine what nationality they are and everything. And then you report that to the relevant authorities, normally CBC or work. But you know,
another one, no, Mr. O.C. Another one that I tell you, this other one, no, he's seen the guy fool, but I don't make it no any better. No. Steals my stuff, turns around and tries to make himself look big and talk about he went to Oxford and he's a big shot. And now I know I got advice that I can press charges against the two of them, you know, for stealing and possibly spying too. Now I like politics also. And I believe that we need to do something about spying laws around here, espionage. We need to put some laws in place. But anyway, they got it. They've managed to get inside my place. Took everything I had, but still it don't seem to me like they looked into the situation and even wondered what is his true intelligence level. No, if they think, no, I could leave it like that, or I could press charges, because I got some very, very good advice. And anyway, I can deal with them like a detective. and investigate them further and further. Even I think they need to be investigated where they came from.
Okay.
If I was a detective, you see, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Caller, thank you very much. I'm going to ask you to leave us there so we can grab another caller before we go to a commercial break. Let's go to our next caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Connor, and welcome back.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have you been giving any updates on where you were and what you were doing on your break? Because I'm sure your audience would like to know. I tuned in probably about 7 minutes ago, so I didn't hear.
No, I mentioned earlier that I did have the opportunity to go to Panama for the first time. While I did spend my 9 months at sea, when I was 18 years old, I didn't get the opportunity to sail on the western side. I was actually over in Europe, joined a ship, flew from New York to London, drove to Southampton, stayed overnight in Southampton, took a ferry across to Le Havre, France, joined a ship there, went on heading to the Persian Gulf, stopped in South Africa for 2 weeks on dry dock, and I think we made I was from February until December, somewhere around the 9 months, I spent, but never had the opportunity of going through the Panama Canal. So I had the opportunity to see that and enjoy myself.
Well deserved. I can tell you your two guest hosts, big time.
Yes.
Very exciting shows they had there. So.
Mm-hmm.
They filled your shoes very well, I think.
Yes, they certainly did. I had the opportunity to listen to them on several occasions.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have the three of you on at one time for a couple of shows here and there along the way.
I'm sure that will occur. I'm sure.
What I wanted to just quickly say, I was on the waterfront the other night. It was what was it? May have been Sunday night, yes. And I was just reminded that area is the area that has been in controversy, that the government was trying to buy that piece of land there, right in front of the old Norbert Bakery there.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Red Spot, what we call Red Spot, yeah.
Right. Yes, I just wanted to say it was so nostalgic to be there and just be able to sit there. I really would love to see it. That area remains unchanged because Cayman, everywhere we're moving around, we see that there's so much changes going on, and that area there was such a major part of our history. You go there and you can sit right near on the iron shore right there. You can hear the waves flashing up on the rocks, and it was such a serene and calming environment to be in. And so I just hope that some people may not realize it when these things change in our environment, but I hope that they'll keep that area along the entire waterfront there. You really can't park and just go and sit down along any of those areas anymore like we used to be able to do many years ago. And it's such a beautiful sight at night, So I just wanted to throw that out there because I thought it was worth mentioning. But
okay, and we haven't heard any more. Remember, the last government indicated that they would compulsory acquire that property, and the owner indicated that he would challenge it in court.
Right,
but we haven't heard any more since then. With that is one of the questions that maybe we want to reserve, and the next time that the government is on, to ask them, if they can give us an update or in terms of what their intentions are, if they are to continue to pursue the acquisition, of that property, as well.
Yeah. Well, it's and as far as I'm concerned, it'll be up to us Georgetowners to be floating behind that, supporting that, because it is in our area. But I'm I'll listen to the rest of the show, and if anything, I'll call back.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. We're going to go to a commercial break. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know ordering your favorite sandwich from Subway just got easier? Yeah, picture this. No more waiting in line. No more fussing with cash. Just a delicious taste of Subway at your fingertips. With our new app, ordering your go-to sub is as easy as a few taps on your phone. Plus, receive exclusive deals and earn loyalty points with every purchase made on the app. Download the new Subway app today and get ready to ditch the lines and drive straight into your flavor. Visit the App Store or Google Play Store on your mobile phone and search for Subway Cayman Islands. Subway. Eat fresh.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Radio Cayman News.
Our focus is to start to build the East-West Road.
Also approved the outlined business case for a national public transport system.
Man reportedly experienced a paranoid episode, believing someone was trying to kill him.
So far this year, we have seen 24 incidents during which a police officer was assaulted.
Radio Cayman. Your voice, your choice for today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. As I pointed out earlier, I have an uplifting story to share with you from the Cayman News Service website. 10-year-old flies high with history-making exam results. And this was posted yesterday, the 25th of August. Says a year 5 student at the Edna Moyle Primary School sat 2 key stage 4 external exams this summer, which are usually not taken until the end of year 11, and not only passed, but achieved high grades. So here we have a year 5 student, right? He took these stage 4 external examination, took them in the summer, and these exams are usually not taken not until the an individual reaches the end of year 11. This student did it at year 5 from the Edna Moyle Primary School. Article goes on to say Matthew Anderson, who's just 10 years old and has 1 more year before he graduates from primary school, earned a grade 1 in mathematics and a grade 2 in human and social biology, both Caribbean secondary education certificates known by the acronym CSEC examinations, which are the equivalent, or those examinations are the equivalent of the GCSE exams. So he did the CSEC, which is the equivalent to the GCSE exams. According to Matthew's family, he's the youngest known Caymanian and possibly the youngest child in the Caribbean to successfully pass CSEC exams, which are administered by the Caribbean Examination Council, known by the acronym CXC. While he attends the primary school in Northside, he sat these exams through the CSEC Continued Education Program at Cayman Academy, where he was specially enrolled to challenge his academic abilities beyond the primary curriculum. So he's a young achiever, way ahead of himself and way ahead of others in his class. So he was enrolled or took the CSEC through the continued education program at Cayman Academy. And he was specially enrolled to challenge his academic abilities beyond the primary curriculum. Matthew's parents, Patrick, who is a musician, and Nadine Anderson, a performance arts teacher, said they recognized when he was very young that he was extraordinary. And this quote, his advanced aptitude often made regular grade level work unchallenging. That's what his parents said. And so they sought alternative avenues to stimulate his intellectual growth. Wow. For three exams, he received private math tutoring from Larma Dennis and Kilpatrick Clark, both teachers at the Clifton Hunter High School, and was tutored online in human and social biology by Celisa Gregory Poole, a teacher in Jamaica. He exceeded in all areas, his proud parents said. Matthew is the eldest of 3 siblings and an active member of the Cayman Islands Baptist Church. He has served as a representative on the school's student council for the past 4 years and participated in a wide range of extracurricular activities, including the Cayman Arts Program, football, and chess. He plays the violin, piano, and the clarinet, and is the youngest performer in both the Cayman Islands Orchestra and Camerata Orchestra. In November last year, he placed second in the 2025 RBC National Spelling Bee. This is a brilliant young man. In his spare time, Matthew enjoys puzzle solving, ludi, skating, drawing, reading scientific material, and exploring complex math problems. Despite a dislike for flying, he has a passion for travel and discovery and aspires to become an actuary. Whoa, okay, we need them here in the Cayman Islands. All of those positions now being held by work permit holders or work permit holders who have achieved permanent residence. So we need more Caymanian actuaries. So he wants to become an actuary or engineer, careers that reflect his love of maths and problem solving, his parents said. We want to give a huge, big shout out to Matthew Anderson, to his family, as well. And we hope and we pray that the Department of Education Services, the Ministry of Education, and everyone else will throw their weight behind this young man. And if it means giving him more exposure, and when I say more exposure, I'm talking about outside of the Cayman Islands, because there are schools for smart children, smart students like Matthew. And here we have a gem, and we need to preserve it, but we also need to ensure that we shape it in the way that it needs to be shaped as well. Congratulations to Matthew Anderson. I believe we do have a caller, Paul. Let's see if we can grab the caller before we go to our 1 o'clock news. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Connor.
Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sorry about that, but I couldn't stop with this exciting story about this young man.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, I took my vacation while you took yours.
Oh, okay.
This is my first time calling back.
Well,
now you're going to go to news break now. Are you going to make it?
Well, you can call back. I don't have any guests in the studio, so the phone line is going to be open all afternoon until 2:30.
So I just can't hold on after the news.
Yeah. If you want to hold on, you could hold on. We still have about 2 minutes that we can continue to talk, though, until then.
Okay, cool. Yes, just asking you, Cayman Brac Airport and Cayman Airport here, do we have any pictures on our walls as you entering into the airport of our pilot, ex-in past pilot, and in our beautiful fruit trees painting on the walls like Jamaica Airport has?
Well, you remember our old terminal? We had a lot of art work inside of the old terminal. My first time traveling was last Monday, and that was since when? Last year, somewhere around there. But I haven't seen a whole lot of that in a terminal. I have to be honest with you. Not like what we had in the old terminal, where we had a lot. You remember the marine mural that was on the wall that was made out of some sort of slate or something like that? I don't see any of that anymore there.
And what about our pilots, our past and present pilots, even though they may have passed on and so forth? Are there pictures hanging throughout the airport?
Well, no, but I would say because the pilots are employed by the various airlines. Remember now, while we do have Cayman Airways, we did have a Caymanian pilot who was also a captain with American Airlines at one point in time as well. So whether or not that is for the airlines to do so, it may be instrumental. Let's say, for instance, if behind the Cayman Airways check-in counter, if they had the picture of their pilots, but I don't see that being a responsibility of the Civil Aviation Authority itself. We're going to pause you there so that we can go to the news, and you're going to hold on, right?
Right.
Okay, folks, please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Radio station. Radio Cayman is the voice of the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
The Department of Commerce and Investments office in the BRAC has been relocated to Petrona Baden Building, 9 Student Drive Creek. The office will be open Mondays to Fridays from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The business licensing counter is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you need information, you can contact the office at 948-2400 or email info@dci.gov.ky. Business licensing applications are also accepted online at dci.gov.ky. In international headlines, Nigel Farage, the leader of Britain's hard right Reform UK party, said today that if he wins the next election, he will leave the European Convention on Human Rights and immediately detain and deport anyone who arrives in the country illegally, including children. Farage laid out his plans following a significant rise in migrants who arrive by boat across the English Channel and weeks of protests over government's use of hotels to house asylum seekers. Southwest Airlines will soon require travelers who don't fit within the armrests of their seat to pay for an extra one in advance. It's part of a string of recent changes the carrier is making. The new rule goes into effect January 27th, the same day that Southwest starts assigning seats. Currently, plus-size passengers can either pay for an extra seat in advance with the option of getting the money back later, or they can request a free extra seat at the airport. Under the carrier's new policy, a refund is still possible, but no longer guaranteed. Those are your headlines. I'm April Cummings.
Radio Cayman. More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter. Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or belly fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask? Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands. Hinton Roxroy Connolly was born in Creek, Cayman Brac on the 9th of September 1937. The second of 8 children born to Henry Kitchener Connolly and Olive Connolly, fondly known as Big H to his family and friends. Like so many other Caymanian boys and men, young Hinton went to sea at the tender age of 17, working with national bulk carriers for 5 years. During his tenure at sea, Hinton sailed on many different ships, namely the Ulysses, Old Titan, St. Clair Petrolor, Petra Sea, and Petra King. He sailed between Portland, Maine to Venezuela. Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Are you feeling overwhelmed, sad, stressed out, or suicidal and need support? Call 1-800-534-6463. K-Mind, Mental Health Helpline. It's okay to ask for help. K-Mind Mental Health Helpline, available from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Friday. It's free and confidential support and guidance on your emotional and psychological health.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. We're going to rejoin our caller who was on hold. Meanwhile, this listener said the airport spent their decorations budget along the word mural by Drady upstairs. Person says also we don't even have a photo of King Charles up yet. I think the photo of the monarch is used along with the photo of the governor, current governor, and the current premier are usually posted in the VIP lounge. That's where that is. I've never ever seen one of the monarch in the terminal outside, in the public area as well. Let's go back to our caller.
Yes, Mr. Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in regards to having the pilot pictures on the walls, I was mainly talking about our pilot for Cayman Airways and the executive of our different types of fruit painted on our walls as they enter into our airport to see some of what it's all about. Some of those fruits, and even the Cayman Brac Airport, I understand, doesn't have anything in it in regards to. I could just give Jamaica Airport as for an example. I use that for an example, right? When you walk down to Jamaica hallway to get to immigration, they got the actors, they got the this, they got the that, plastered advertising and showing what Jamaica is all about when they come into their food and what they grow. So, we talk about backyard farming and so forth. People come here once a little taste of Cayman local food and what we grow here and so forth. So, when are we going to do some advertisement to the fact of trying to have a backyard farming and having nothing to show that we are doing a backyard farm? A little picture, if it has to be painted on the wall or a picture taken and hang on the wall. I'm just throwing this out there. You understand? I think we just too comfortable to a degree. We talk about tourism and then we talk about our own locals that travel. We got to, keep them on a high of our country, how great we are keeping our country and how beautiful our country is and how the visitors are coming here and enjoying the island and so forth and so forth. But we're hiding so much ourselves.
Yeah. It's like we're ashamed of ourselves.
Like we are ashamed of ourselves, and some of us don't even want to talk to the visitors because then we don't want them to hear our bad talk. Let me tell you something. I don't care how I talk, I can bring it out. I'm not going to pretend I'm an American or whatever. I must speak. That's how I was taught and raised up here in the island. You understand? But Cayman Brac Airport and Cayman Airport, they do live uplifting. And talking about the backyard farming, have you heard anything about that yet? If anybody has this.
No, but the minister will be on For the Record on Friday, the entire show.
Well, if I don't get a call in, you just make sure and ask me how that's going.
Okay.
See, I got about 4 to 5 pineapples in my backyard.
Wow.
They are looking good, and I would like to do some more.
Don't announce that too loudly. Somebody may end up climbing over your fence.
Tell them I got Trump in my backyard. I'm make sure people make sure that I'm illegal on the island. But yeah, and school is opening tomorrow. Official opening tomorrow. The government schools.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything in regards to any extra protection or cautions on the road from our police department or anybody, I don't know when they got to come on.
We will highlight it here on Radio Cayman For the Record and talk today as well, that, schools will be open and people have to be, more alert, more careful and observe the rules of the road. We'll ensure that we push that on here as well. We have a couple of other callers lined up. But thank you very much. Just before you go, one thing, this is my second time now at the Owen Roberts International Airport, and one of the complaints that I have there is the signage for the airlines. While they have those big, bright TV screens up there and everything else, of course, Cayman Airways is, when you enter, it's to the far left, but until you get to a column somewhere down in that area, that's when you see that where Cayman Airways is located. I think the signage at Owen Roberts International Airport is not the lack of signage. It is, a distraction. It doesn't help the traveling public at all in terms of when you're going to check in, knowing where you go to check in as well. And I hope someone from the Civil Aviation the Airports Authority is listening in, because these are the things that they need to do. My question would be, how many of those employees, those who are in charge, have actually walked through the terminal and try to pick up on some of these things? Is it the Airport Authority's responsibility? Is it Cayman Airways' responsibility to ensure that they are much more visible than they are. That is my gripe that I have with them, and I will continue to push that as well. Caller, thank you very much. Let's grab another caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Hello, C.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, hello, man. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's something I've been thinking about. For a couple of years, right? And I'm pretty sure on this island called Cayman Islands today, nobody never met Owen Roberts, or nobody don't remember who that man was. And I wonder how long it will take, or it's going to take, to give Jim Borden the honors of Jim Borden International Airport up to now. I think that should be changed now. You understand? I don't know why it takes so long for Caymanians to acknowledge their own people.
Mm-hmm. Well, why and I understand what you're saying in terms of our national hero in Jim Borden, but someone could put forward the argument, why not name it after Mr. Norman Borden as well? Remember now, that terminal was open. That terminal, wait.
No, I was thinking that's not Jim Borden, Norman Borden.
Because that terminal was open twice, That terminal had 2 openings. Remember that?
Yes, that's what I was saying. It's not Jim Borden, Norman Borden.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's how I was thinking about it.
Okay.
Also, some good Caymanians that I did some work with in my lifetime, the Colonels. I also think Cardinal Avenue should be named Ellen Avenue. Changes,
Mm-hmm.
People like that woman talked about tourism and things like that. Tourists come here and think they want to know things, And at the hospital, I need to see Anthony Eden's picture. We got his name up there, but that could be any Anthony Eden.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see his picture. We need to see the man,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it will happen sometime quick rather than late.
And we have to keep pushing, and you have to keep vocalizing, what is it that you want to see there. Keep repeating it. Nothing wrong with repeating. What they say is, it's the greasy wheel that gets it's the squeaker wheel that gets the grease.
Yeah, and tell that woman do advertise her pineapples, man. That's not a good thing.
Yes. Thank you very much. This is the segment where we go straight through until 1:30, right, Paul? Without a commercial break. So let's grab the next caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Mr. O.C., good afternoon.
Good afternoon again.
Buenas tardes.
Well, yeah, I guess I recognize that much. Buenas tardes.
Mr. O.C., some people wonder what I'm about. Now, I got a little poem here. I didn't read it to you before, but I have a little poem now.
Did you send that one to the minister that you had read the other day when for Carfesta? Did you send that to the minister?
It's not this one. I sent the other one, yeah.
Okay, no, I just remembered you read that, you shared that with us, and the minister said, I asked you to send it on to them.
But I'm not the most decorated artist in Cayman, but I have a little poem here. It's called "It's All About the Money." Even though my life is not like that, That's a little poem. Can I read?
Sure, go ahead.
It's all about business, the Benjamins, some say, paving the path toward greater success in some way. A day at work and most likely another dollar, accepting currency from the blue and white collar. There are times when all currencies are accepted. All currencies are important, actually. None are rejected. financial leadership is a big part of the plan. Foreign dollars are good as well. However, you can. Money from Africa, India, Mexico, and other places, it's interesting to see some of their leaders' faces. Nelson Mandela of South Africa and Gandhi of India. Also, interestingly, the dollar of Australia. I don't have time to waste. It's all about the money. Making money affords me desired milk and honey. Arguments and talk of no value is not my desire. Money in appropriate amounts is what I require. But Mr. O.C., hello?
Yep.
Mr. O.C., it's just a little poem, I've been writing on different subjects, and sometimes it's like visual art, sometimes people look at it and they read it over and over and they say, this could mean that, and it could mean this, and the art looks this way, and if you turn it upside down, it looks like something else.
Just make sure that whatever you do, that you say, you point out that it should not be reproduced without your permission. And remember the discussion we had about intellectual property, ensuring that you register your, whatever it is that you produce, that you, what is it called again? It's almost like a trademark that you continue to do that as well. So that someone else cannot use what you publicly share without your permission. I'm going to ask you to leave us there. I'm going to ask you to leave us there. But continue to write, but ensure that you preserve it and that it remains your intellectual property.
Yes, sir. Yes, so that's why I read it on the radio too.
Well, I see. Yeah, you read it on the radio, but you want to ensure that somebody else now can't replay that and use your same words. They would normally call it plagiarism, plagiarizing you to a certain extent. But someone could take those same words and create a poem or a song or whatever, and you make money off of it possibly, and you get no credit for it whatsoever. Paul, do we have another caller on hold? No caller on hold. Caller, thank you very much for that. We do have a caller. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today. That caller's on our WhatsApp number.
Good afternoon, O.C. Welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good afternoon. Thank you.
I just wanted to reply to that caller. Nice little poem about money.
Mm-hmm.
But I attended the other day the Carfest home show at the Hartwell.
Mm-hmm.
And I was happy to see, because I had heard him read his poem days before, I was happy to see that they actually had his poem printed on the inside cover of the program.
Wow. And did they give him credit for it?
Yeah, yes, they gave him credit.
Good.
And that was nice. I wasn't there in Barbados, but I think they may have possibly read it there as well.
That's good.
But I'd like to add, yeah, right. But I'd like to add one more point about the Carfest show at the Hartwell the other day.
Okay.
That was one of the best displays of culture and heritage and everything and talent on stage I've ever seen in Cayman. And I wonder, I didn't see any cameras, but I wonder if it was recorded, because all the rundown shows that have been at the Hartwell, none of those things have been videotaped. And so they're pretty much gone, lost to history.
Really? Wow.
Yes. So that is a shame. I mean, they have the theater, they have the lights and the sound system. I really wish those things could be recorded for posterity and for and leave that idea there for someone maybe to run with.
Okay, and have you been following them? I think they have been posting, videos during Carfest as well.
Yes, I've seen a few sort of, not videos of their performances, but just, random videos. I saw one today of Jason Gilbert, who's created the sort of like the march song about Cayman and the group marching down the road. So that was all very very hype, very positive entertainment. And but I haven't seen any of their actual performances. I've seen other countries' performances on stage, but I'm looking forward to see our people's performances as well.
Okay, thank you very much, for that, and thanks for pointing out that they did use the previous caller's poem as well. I'm not sure whether or not he was aware of that. I'd like to hear back from him to see whether or not he knew of that fact. And again, it goes to show you how important it is to ensure that he registers his whatever he creates, so that it becomes he becomes the owner of it. It's one thing to get credit for it, and I want to acknowledge that the ministry has done that as well. But he needs to preserve his ownership of that.
Right, and you may have heard of the Cool Out festival over the past 3-4 years. Is something that's been happening here for musicians every year. I don't know what stage they're at, but their whole intent is to create a register to copyright and to formally protect and sell and monetize local works, especially poems and songs. So I don't know if it's going as fast as I thought it would, but all those things should be preserved and protected for the owners especially.
Excellent.
But thanks again.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. You passed on a lot of valuable information to us there as well. Let's grab the next caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes.
Yes, sir. This is Greg, Mr. Hussein Brown. Wow, that's not too bad at all.
Okay, you were you aware that it had been shared there and had been placed on the program?
Oh no, sir. No, I wasn't. At all.
Okay.
But that's very interesting and it's pretty good. That's very good that they can do something like that for us artists. And a lot of history has been, a lot of art has been lost in Cayman, Mr. Connor. A lot of, including my award, my award for playwriting, because I worked with the CNCF with my game and with the playwriting. I received an award for that. And songwriting. I was just trying to keep busy, music, and different things. But I just wanted to keep busy as a young man and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. But again, while you continue to do this, try to contact someone to see, how you can ensure that you register your intellectual property, what you have created. That is extremely important. Otherwise, I hate to say this, but 10 years down the line, you'll be talking about the fact that, I recognize that was something that I created.
Right.
So you have to protect yourself. 10 years down the line, you don't want to have any regrets. So find the relevant persons who can assist you, who can lead you in the right direction to ensure that you preserve your intellectual property.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to focus, place some strong focus on the right things and to not be distracted and stuff like that and make the right moves, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir, but that's a wonderful story, a wonderful contribution by the gentleman. I really appreciate him saying that too. That makes me feel good.
Okay, thank you very much, caller, for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Connor.
You're welcome. You're more welcome.
Yeah.
Most welcome. Okay. One of our listeners has shared something with us. Proposal for a parking structure for Georgetown. Says Georgetown is facing a severe parking shortage made worse by the recent pedestrianization of parts of downtown. To address this, we propose building a multi-level parking structure on the former Tower building site. This facility would relieve parking pressures for residents, businesses, and visitors, support pedestrianization by providing an alternative to on-street parking, create jobs through a government-supported shuttle service to and from town, pay for itself via hourly rates, long-term leases, and premium reserved spaces, serve as hurricane parking, providing a secure storm resilient option currently unavailable on island. Okay, now I'm not sure if this is a formal proposal or if this is someone's suggestion, and I would ask the caller to please share any additional information in relation to this proposal, if possible. I believe we have a caller on the WhatsApp, Paul. Okay. Want to share one? No caller on hold, do we? Okay. Want to share one more item. We continue to see more and more of this, and one wonders why have we seen an increase in the number of stolen vehicles in the Cayman Islands? We know we have a lot of vehicles in the Cayman Islands, but those numbers, at one point in time, there was a run on the Honda Civics. For some reason, there were persons out there who knew how to unlock Honda Civics and get them going. So the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service issued a bulletin. They point out that at about 5:30 on Friday, the 22nd of August, officers on patrol in the industrial park area of Georgetown observed a vehicle which had been reported stolen traveling on Seymour Drive. The officers signaled the vehicle to stop and arrested the occupants, two men ages 22 and 24 residing in Georgetown on suspicion of taking a conveyance without authority. The vehicle, and I hadn't read this part of it yet, but the vehicle, a Honda CR-V, which had been reported stolen on Monday, the 18th of August, was recovered by police pending further investigation. This past weekend, police also recovered one stolen vehicle and several stolen vehicle parts in the Bordentown area. The Royal Cayman Islands Police Service is reminding the public to take precautions against vehicle thefts by ensuring unattended vehicles are properly secured and, if possible, parked in a well-lit and non-secluded areas. Persons should also consider utilizing CCTV cameras on their property. RCIPS is also reminding the public to report lost or stolen registration plates to the police as soon as they are discovered missing. These plates can be used on other vehicles, including stolen vehicles, to facilitate criminal conduct and assist criminals to avoid capture as well. And they give you numbers to call 911 or your nearest police station to report any stolen vehicle or lost stolen vehicle registration plates and assist the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service in our mission to keep Cayman Islands safe. Now, if there is something unique about the Honda vehicle, the CR-V or the Honda Civic, that makes them more susceptible than other vehicles to theft, then maybe the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service should also tell the public what they may need to do to reduce the possibility of theft. I would venture to say that 8 out of 10 vehicles reported stolen are in the Honda family as well. Folks, we have to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Hungry? Need Subway any time of the day?
Yeah.
We've got you covered. Subway at Anderson Square, Centennial Towers, and Countryside Shopping Village is open 24/7, serving up fresh, delicious subs anytime you need them. And for your weekend cravings, West Shore Center is also open 24 hours on Friday nights and until 1 a.m. on Saturdays, because it's never too late for a great meal. Skip the line and order ahead with the Subway Cayman Islands app, or get your favorites delivered straight to your door with Bento and Let's Eat. Fresh, fast, and always here when you need us. Subway. Eat fresh.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your sister islands.
Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin are the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Storms bring wind, rain, and unexpected costs to buy supplies, secure your home, or make minor repairs. Incidental expenses not covered by insurance. Until now, with Cineco's parametric coverage, you get automatic payouts within 2 to 3 weeks of a Category 3 or stronger hurricane, whether or not you have damage. Available only through Cineco's homeowners insurance. Visit Cineco.ky to get a quote today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. I am your guest host. My name is Orrett Connor and the phone lines are open for the entire show as we have no guest scheduled. We do have a caller on our WhatsApp number. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon again, Mr. Connor. Sorry to call.
That's okay. No, don't feel sorry at all. I prefer to hear the callers call in and chat with them, even though I may have material that I would share as well. But I always keep that as a backup. I prefer the conversation. So don't feel sorry. Don't apologize.
Well, it's a follow-up to the previous caller with the poem and the fest and everything. I just wanted to add also that from what I heard on Radio Cayman's bulletin board this week, that the Chamber of Commerce is offering a copywriting, trademark protection type seminar or course this week.
Ah.
I don't think they said, well, they may have said the day and time, but I didn't catch it.
I'll try to see if I can find it.
If the author or if anyone wants to participate in that, there's probably a small fee. But if anybody wants to take advantage of that's a good opportunity to get started.
Thank you very much for that information. I think that is extremely important information to share as well. And I'll try to see if I can find it. I hope I didn't delete
I have
something.
one more point.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
have
Yes.
one more point about protecting your information, which is more general.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go into a hospital, a pharmacy, especially lots of government offices, and you go to the counter, usually there's a line behind you. And the first things they ask you usually are your name and your date of birth.
Mm-hmm.
I say that because all of that is supposed to be the top, especially those two things, the top level of your protected information. But while you're saying that, I can hear other people's name and date of birth. They can hear mine. Sometimes even people seated can hear what the person is responding because the other person is behind glass often. So you have to speak up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that should not be spoken out like that anyone can know. If anything, they should possibly give the person a piece of paper, or even before they get in, say, fill in this paper with your name and date of birth and hand it to the attendant so that you don't have to speak out and often they ask, why are you here as well? So obviously and they've asked me that, obviously if you're at a hospital or a clinic, you're there to see a doctor, but you shouldn't have to say why you're here. That could be done at the triage nurse, I would imagine. But you shouldn't have to say you're here for a broken toe or, you're pregnant or whatever's the situation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have to state your business publicly like that.
But that's just something
that's just something broader in terms of protecting people's information.
No, you're absolutely right. That's a good point. And as we know now, in terms of that, we do have data protection legislation, and that could possibly be a breach.
A breach, yeah.
When you're asking someone to publicly, announce that could be a breach. Could possibly be.
I'm fairly certain it is, yeah. But that could be easily solved. But of course, there are scammers everywhere now. So the person behind you could take your name and number, a name and birthday, and pass it on to someone else or whatever. So yeah, that's something especially for government. I haven't seen that much in the private sector, but especially in government agencies.
Yep.
All right. Thank you again, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
We have another caller, Paul? No more callers? Okay, I'm trying to find this. This is something that put out by the Chamber, August 29th. Training, tell your brand story. New CICOC course facilitated by Lynn Mark of the location, powerful brand drive customers to purchase and to become loyal. It's important. That's 3rd of September, Essentials of Leadership modules, coaching. 4th of September, Employment and Labor Act, understanding the basics. 10th of September, Essentials of Leadership, Part 6, Giving and Receiving Feedback, 12th of September, Maxwell Series, Leadership Adaptation, Adapting to a Changing World. I'm looking at the Chamber of Commerce's calendar to see where that maybe it wasn't on that one. Cool. Let's go to our phone lines. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today. What's up, caller?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Orrett Connor.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you?
Okay, and you?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, glad you made it back.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah, Mr. Dr. Steve and Dr. Ms. Pitcairn, they really they did a good job.
They certainly did. Yes, thank you. And you kept them busy too.
Yeah, they really enjoyed themselves, man. It looked like they want that full time now. But anyway,
what's happening on your end? What's going on your end?
Well, it's okay. It's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was hearing you speaking. That you actually came by this way on the ship in Southampton.
Yep. That was in 1968.
Okay. A year before I was born.
Okay. And you remember how I got to New York, right? I traveled along with your mother. Took me, to New York to my parents. Traveled with her from here to Miami, and then from Miami on to New York.
Okay, was my earthly father there too?
I think he would have been in New York at the time, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As they were the good days, Mr. Orrett Connor.
Yes. When we looked out for each other.
Yeah, that's why they say it's not the destination, it's the journey. Yeah. Got a lot of people working towards the destination but not realizing the joy of the journey.
Yes.
I heard Miss Catherine Miller on the Business Buzz this morning with people from the Department of Labor and Pensions.
Uh-huh.
And they have a new law now in place that anyone found guilty of not paying their employees' pensions will be sentenced to 2 years in prison and a $20,000 fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's both the $20,000 fine and 2 years in prison they will receive, both of them at the same time if found guilty. So anyone out there that wants to start a business or having a plan on starting a business, if you see that you're not able to take care of your employees in this way by paying their pension, which is very important to any human being when it comes to a pension, I would suggest that you don't even go ahead with the business.
Yep.
Because this new government, with our Premier, the Honorable Mr. Andre E. Banks, are very serious about this law. So anyone that is found guilty of not paying their employees' pension will be fined $20,000 and 2 years in prison, both at the same time when found guilty. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller, for that. With that, Paul, I'm coming over to you for a commercial break. Folks, please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit caymanairways.com/cargo.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Freedom, Cayman Brac. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Looking to transform your space? From custom homes to commercial spaces, we bring your vision to life with precision, quality, and elegance. At Mike's Builders, we make it happen.
Mike's Builders turned my dream home into a reality. Their team is professional, efficient, and truly the best in the business. Good communication? Check. Cleanliness? Check. Professionalism? On point. You have to try Mike's Builders for yourself.
Call us today at 923-0706. That's 923-0706. Mike's Builders. Let's build a beautiful world together.
Hey man, it's time to move. Lace up those sneakers and join the Alzheimer's and Dementia Association of the Cayman Islands on Sunday, September 7th at Kamana Bay for the World Walks Against Dementia 2025 5K Run Walk. Be part of something big, a global movement spanning 61 countries, and the walk and run together to raise awareness and support for people living with dementia, their families, and caregivers. One day, one cause, one powerful step at a time. Register now at Race Caribbean or download the form at adacayman.ky. Adults are $25 and children 17 and under or $10. Let's walk for those who can't. Let's walk for change. Let's walk against dementia. ADACI. Together, we're making a difference.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Talk Today. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, and we have about 40 minutes left to go in the show. No guests in the studio, so the phone lines are open. Any caller on hold, Paul? No caller on hold. So I shared with you earlier, and I'm going to repeat it again because I have received additional clarification from the writer of this, and it has to do with a proposal of a parking structure for Georgetown. Says Georgetown is facing a severe parking shortage made worse by the recent pedestrianization of parts of downtown. To address this, we propose building a multi-level parking structure on the former Tower Building site. This facility would, 1, relieve parking pressures for residents, business, and visitors. 2, support pedestrianization by providing an alternative to on-street parking. 3, create jobs through a government-supported shuttle service to and from town. 4, pay for itself via early rates, long-term leases, and premium reserve spaces. 5, serve as hurricane parking, providing a secure, storm-resilient option currently unavailable on island. So the person says it is just a proposal. And seeking feedback on how this could work. Well, there have been so many proposals about the tower building site. Remember, we were supposed to have a seafarers park there with the previous government. That didn't materialize at the end of the day because that administration was no longer in control of government. And while I do sympathize with drivers, those persons who own vehicles, my point would be that we have become too reliant on our vehicles. Another suggestion to me, rather than having the parking in the center of town, why not have it on the outskirts of town? There are still prime locations on Linford Pearson Highway, and then you have people park there and shuttle them into town. Otherwise, you're going to end up with the same, you may solve your parking problem, but then you create a even more congestion problem because more and more people will want to come into the center of town to park. Bear in mind, we already have one parking structure on Elgin Avenue that is probably oversubscribed as it is. I'm not sure, but I would venture to say it is probably oversubscribed. But I think the whole idea of keeping traffic out of central Georgetown is more important than providing parking, which means encouraging more vehicles in the center of town. Now, I know that what I have said there runs counter to exactly what the writer has put forward, but my position, my argument would be not in town, on the outskirts of town, and then you shuttle people into town. The majority of our traffic is coming from the eastern end of the island. Ideal spot for it would be, but it can't happen because of where our runway is located, would be where the cricket field is at. But we have seen where other entrepreneurs have taken advantage of other locations. Look at the pickleball structure, the pickleball courts over there. Who would have ever thought that you would end up with the pickleball courts, over there as well? Now, whether or not the landowners in those areas would be in favor of selling their property, nothing wrong with, if it's unused, nothing wrong with leasing it. Government has leased a lot of their land, especially in the 7 Mile beach area. Government has leased that. Maybe government could look towards leasing from property owner in that area, but I believe it should be on the outskirts rather than in town. people have to get accustomed to, walking a few blocks rather than having the ability to park right where they want to go. That luxury is over. Plus, you know what? Makes you much more healthy as well. And you would maybe want to reserve that the opportunity for parking for those persons who have physical challenges, but not for those who are healthy as well. We do have a caller. We can grab that caller before we go to our headline news at 2 o'clock. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Hey, good afternoon again, Mr. Orrett Connor.
Good afternoon again.
Yes, concerning where the glass house is,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time now for the government to put that land to good use.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time now to tear that building down, use that glass for recycling, and build a 5-story trade school building in that area. I think it's the perfect spot for a trade school. And it's something that our young people definitely need right now and will continue to need in the future. And it's the right location that they're able to reach the school by bus because of the bus depot being in such a close area nearby that area.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller, for that as well. Have another message here that I need to share. Let's take a look at this and see. Well, this person says they're right on target with the caller to a certain extent. Knock down the old glass house and put a parking garage there. It's about time that building is gone. It hasn't been used in a very long time. Even if it's not used as a parking garage, it could be used for something more than it is being used as now. Well, we just in April went through an election, 30th of April. We had a general election here in the Cayman Islands. Don't recall seeing on any of the manifestos, maybe I didn't thoroughly read all of them, so you may be able to help me along with this one. Didn't see a whole lot of talk about something being done about the old glass house. It has been a challenge for administrations in the past. No one seems to want to take it on. I want to say kudos to whichever administration that was that decided to tear down the old tower building, which fell into disuse after Hurricane Ivan. The glass house suffered some damage, a lot of water damage after Hurricane Ivan as well. And I'm trying. Did I make a mistake there? Was the tower building after Ivan as well? Someone correct me if I'm wrong with that as well. But we have to go to the news when I return. When we return, we will continue that train of thought in terms of the glass house and why no one wants to take on the challenge to do something about it, even though there have been some very, very useful suggestions as well. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Covering Little Cayman, Cayman Bragg. Cover me.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
A young man avoids prison after being convicted of a serious assault. 24-year-old Colin Anthony Solly fractured a friend's face in 3 places during a fight at a party in 2022. The victim needed multiple surgeries, including overseas treatment. Solly was given an 18-month jail term, but the judge suspended the sentence, citing delays in the case the progress Solly has made and reconciliation with the victim. His ex-partner also urged against prison, saying that she depends on him for childcare. Instead, Solly will serve probation and 100 hours of community service. In international headlines, a deadly Israeli strike on a Gaza hospital that killed 20 people, including 5 journalists, was targeting what the military believed was a Hamas surveillance camera, as well as people identified as militants. This according to the Israeli military today. The military issued the statement as part of its initial inquiry into the attack, which Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called a tragic mishap. The military said that back-to-back strikes on southern Gaza's largest hospital were ordered because soldiers believed militants were using the camera to observe Israeli forces, and because Israel has long believed Hamas and other militant groups are present at hospitals. The military's chief of general staff acknowledged several, quote, gaps in the investigation so far, including the kind of ammunition used to take out the camera. Low-value imports are losing their duty-free status in the U.S. this week, as part of President Donald Trump's agenda for making the nation less dependent on foreign goods and resetting global trade with tariffs. An executive order signed last month eliminates a widely used customs exemption for international shipments worth $800 or less starting Friday, nearly 2 years earlier than the deadline set in the Tax Cuts and Spending Bill approved by Congress. Those are your headlines. I'm April Cummings.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome to Talk Today. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, and we have about less than half an hour to go in the show. No guests in the studio. The phone lines are open. We've been getting lots of calls so far. If you want to call in, don't forget our toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. Also 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp number 925-3261. So we were talking about intellectual property, and we had one of the callers who shared some very valuable information with us about a Chamber of Commerce course. So I've gone on to the Chamber website and I found something. This was a post on the 20th of June of this year. Member news. Empowering Cayman's creators. Chamber's Legal Assist course unlocks the power of intellectual property. And it says the Cayman Islands Chamber of Commerce is proud to announce the next installment of its acclaimed Legal Assist training series, Intellectual Property, a dynamic 2-hour course designed to equip entrepreneurs. Intellectual Property 101 New course description. In this 2-hour course, you will learn the importance of protecting your creative rights, trademarks, logos, trade dress, wordmark, patents, designs, and copyright, the type of protection and their requirements available under Cayman. And is there more to this? Yes. Available under Cayman Islands law, along with an overview of global intellectual property safeguards. This course is helpful for anyone interested in understanding the basics of intellectual property protection and management. By the end of the course, you will be able to recognize, protect, and leverage intellectual property to your advantage, whether you are an entrepreneur, creator, or business professional. Course presenter, Myrnal Menon, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is the Senior Intellectual Property Manager at HSM IP Limited. Myrnal has over, Myrnali, I think it is, has over 9 years of global legal experience, having worked in the United States, New York, India, and the Cayman Islands. She oversees HSM, IP's team and has extensive experience. Okay, that's all about that. The course was $225 to $300, and but this was announced in June, so I'm not sure when. The date, August the 14th, so it's already gone. August the 14th, and from 9 to 11 a.m. The price was $225 to $300 for that course put on by a professional. So I would say to you, my advice would be continue to monitor the Chamber's website or call them to find out whether or not such a course will be repeated and when, for those of you who still have an interest, and in particular to Mr. Brown and ensuring that his intellectual property is protected. So, Mr. Brown, please get in contact with the Chamber and find out when that course will be given again. We do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. I think it's a WhatsApp caller, Paul. Regular caller. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. O.C. Good to have you back.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
You're good and rested.
Thank you. Yes, certainly.
That's good. I'm going to touch quickly on two things.
Okay.
The speeding continues on the roadways, and I'm sure it's not only in West Bay. But I go back to last week. You had some of the ministers on with some other the MPs there in the government, and Mr. Panton mentioned that the government had a meeting with the commissioner, Mr. Kurt Walton. And as I've said before, the police cannot be everywhere, so that's why technology has to be used. Mr. Panton hinted that the commissioner laid out what he needed, basically. So, and Mr. Panton said speed cameras are coming. Well, the speed cameras can't come quick enough. So, I am one who is happy that it's going to go that route, but as he hinted to this fight was that in most instances you probably not even know you're being ticketed because you're not paying attention to what the speed camera says, and you're not realizing it's a speed camera. But I wonder if someone speeds and they get 2 speeding tickets in 1 week, I wonder if it's going to be a deterrent or if it's actually going to make them realize that you now have 2 speeding tickets for so many much, whatever cost it may be, and you have to pay them at a certain time. What I would hope is that the law can be changed at some point, the laws for driving and drinking, because too many persons on these roads, not only here, but in all 3 islands, have lost their lives through alcohol. And the fact that you get a speeding ticket, you get a DUI, and it's not a criminal offense, like it was said, it needs to go down that route. To deter, we have to have enough processes and laws in place to deter these speeders, not only with the speed cameras. It is a big help, yes, and it will help. Because, like I say, if you've got to fork out a couple $100 for 2 tickets, it'll make you think twice when you go down to a certain area of the road in this country to speed.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you get a demerit? Do you get a demerit also on your driver's license?
I don't know because I've never had a license.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, but I would hope it would be that way. That's what I would hope when the law is rewritten, that certain things will be changed within the law, because something has to teach these, I call them unscrupulous, crazy persons behind a wheel, that metal is not as strong as a brick wall or the asphalt or a tree that is on the route where you're traveling. And the drivers have to just learn to be more aware of what they are doing, because they know they're doing it wrong. I'm going to mention the e-bikes and the e-scooters.
Okay.
Yes, the law is coming for that to be changed too. Anything that goes 15 miles per hour under the road law is a vehicle. It's considered a vehicle, and you have to have proper license, proper insurance. I'm sure a lot of these persons traversing these roadways in these islands with these e-scooters and e-bikes, they would never ever want a license. That's why they got an e-scooter and an e-bike, but yet they fail to realize they have to abide by the road rules. I watch daily, I watch nightly, where these bicycles, e-scooters and electric bicycles and electric scooters going up and down the road, speeding in the middle of the road. When you've gotten off from work and you come in, I hear this noise coming down the road, and it sounds like a vehicle, and you're going almost 16, 17 miles an hour. And I turn around and I look to the left or the right, and it's a bicycle coming, an electric bike coming. And there's no helmet, there's no light, and they got earphones in, speeding down the middle of the road. And I go, you're an idiot, because if a car hits you, you're dead. So I hope when the laws get changed that we can have all the laws in this land, but they have to be enforced. And I hope that we're going to have the proper manpower for what needs to be enforced when these laws go into place, because it goes by. The police force cannot be everywhere. That's why we're getting speed cameras. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to touch on something that is dear to my heart, because it falls in the history of me and working many years ago when I was in banking.
Okay.
The beautiful glass house building. It breaks me to know that that building has sat there. The amount of years it has sat there, dilapidated. I see it's now being used. One Georgetown GT, I think it is, their workers are using it as parking. I look over and then I see our police station. It has no signage on it anymore. The only how you can tell it was the police station is because you can read the wording on it where it was taken off. They use it for parking. They still have the police vehicles behind there. We have this little small building, what used to house one of the bank Jane Money or one of those years ago. That's where our police station is. It breaks me to know we are a top financial center in the world, okay? And we don't have a proper police station. That's just, I don't get it. You know, common sense is common sense, and we're all born with a little bit of it, and we need to use it. Why is the glass house building still there? We know it has asbestos. The government needs to go in, get it assessed, and see the state of the building. It is the first modern building, like it has been said many times, and I'll say it again, it's the first modern building for government. And all costs should be done to save it and repurpose it. If not, I give a quick solution to it. There's two solutions. Knock down the old police station knock down the old glass house, save what items we can save for a little piece of history to incorporate it into the new building.
Mm-hmm.
We could do a 10-story or a 7-story or a 5-story police station and a parking garage, a 10-story parking garage in that land right there. Not going to hurt where Radio Cayman is. Radio Cayman will still be back there. If anything, enhance Radio Cayman building 2 if it needs to be done. But government could get money from that parking garage. The parking problem in Georgetown would be snap your finger. It would be solved. Government could then do as Cayman Bay has done, get these little electric little golf carts or get some electric buses to transport persons to central places in Georgetown to drop them off and let them walk to work. And it runs till 6 or 7 o'clock so that you would not have to walk to that parking garage. Anytime after 8 or 7 o'clock, then you walk. But that is a way of getting the country revenue. It is a way of solving our parking problem in Georgetown. And we have also created a beautiful and sustainable police station where we're solving problems.
Okay. Caller?
It is, I know you have to go.
Yeah,
that is my take, and I thank you. I thank God that he brought you back safely, and that you all good folks at Radio Cayman. I always call out Miss Susan because she's from where I'm from. My little home, Cayman Brack.
Yeah.
But I love everyone at Radio Cayman. Continue to do what you're doing.
Thank you, and thanks for you.
Your two persons, Miss Teresa and Mr. McField, they did an awesome job, and they can do it anytime.
Yes.
And it's just good to know that we have Caymanians that have worked, but they're still giving back in their retirement to this country. And I want to give kudos one last thing to the government. I can't say enough. I cannot say enough. I'm going to just say thank you, because we have a government, finally, that has listened to the people of this country. And this country, if I die tomorrow, because no one knows when they're going to go, if I die tomorrow, I know that today I have seen the change come in my lifetime. And I'm very grateful that we have people, Caymanian, generational Caymanians, that have stepped up to the plate to put this country on the right footing so that future generations will have something to look forward to and to enjoy Cayman in some form of what it used to be, but still be able to live and prosper in this country. And we must always be proud of who we are.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. Got to go. Again, thanks for your loyalty to Radio Cayman. Continue to listen. Continue to call and share your views. Very good points that you have raised. Valid points that you have raised as well. With that, we're going to take a last commercial break. Please stay tuned. Talk Today. We'll be back shortly.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Shipping to the Cayman Islands is fast, reliable, and seamless thanks to Cayman Airways Cargo. Need it faster than ocean freight? Cayman Airways Cargo offers multiple cargo flights to Grand Cayman from Miami weekly, so your packages, whether big, small, or in between, will arrive in no time. You can even use a Cayman Airways Cargo US address for your online shopping. Cayman Airways Cargo is also the only carrier providing air freight services for Cayman Brack and Little Cayman. Contact us today and see why Cayman Airways Cargo was voted as Cayman's best cargo and logistics company in the Best of Cayman Awards. For details, visit CaymanAirways.com/cargo.
The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter will be taking appointments from September 8 to 12 at his Crew Road Clinic. Appointment slots are limited. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, Botox, filler, cosmetic enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email dr.portercayman@gmail.com or call 946-9020 to book your appointment today. That is 946-9020.
Hey folks, thanks for your patience. We'll be taking off very shortly. Should be wheels up in about 40 minutes. And due to a bumpy ride, snacks and beverage service has been suspended. AC is giving us some trouble. Sorry folks. And Wi-Fi is out. And so is the entertainment. Yeah, I'm sorry about the smell, folks. We are aware.
I know.
Just one more quick note. We are going to have to deplane.
Come on! We're like the plane ride that isn't a nightmare. CG Britgay. Good like that.
We are now in the hurricane season, and to survive a hurricane, you need to be informed. If you have been informed by official sources that a hurricane is approaching the Cayman Islands, and you live in a low-lying area that is prone to flooding or near the beaches, which may be swept by high tides or storm waves, please seek a safe place and high ground. If the only way for you to get to a safe place is a road that is also likely to be flooded during a storm, please leave home early. Don't run the risk of being stranded. This has been a public service announcement from your community station, Radio Cayman.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Good afternoon and welcome back to Talk Today. 7 minutes left to go in the show. I am your guest host. My name is Orrett Connor. One of our listeners has written and said it is my understanding that some prisoners who have served part of their sentence are eligible for day jobs and then return at night to the prison. However, it seems that responsibility for finding and applying for a job is left up to the prisoner or his or her family. The person goes on to say, I would think there would be a need for some sort of rehab office involved. After all, who's going to give a job to someone who says, I'm doing time? Could you have someone speak to this, please? And I certainly will. I will look into it. I think one caller a few weeks ago may have mentioned a similar topic as well. But it had more to do with working on the roads and having the crews on the road. And we know that there was an unfortunate incident that took place that involved the loss of life as well. And I believe after that program of working on the roads with prisoners from HMP northward was discontinued. So I don't believe that longer exists. Let's go back to the conversation about the glass house. It has been a challenge for many administrations. Some have chosen not to even touch this subject. There have been suggestions about renovations. I think, first of all, that we should bear in mind that while the government occupied that building, and when that building was built in the 70s, there was the planning requirements were not as strict as they are now. It would be extremely difficult if that building were to be refurbished, which some people say that demolishing, or experts I should say, that demolishing and rebuilding would be a much cost-effective way than trying to refurbish that building that would allow it to be brought up to code to be able to get a certificate of occupancy from the planning department. It would be extremely, extremely difficult for that to take place now. We are made to understand. The building is old. I remember after Hurricane Ivan, Cabinet Office, we continued to occupy our offices there. You had ceilings, hanging, ceiling tiles hanging down, or, water dripping, all sorts of dangerous or possibly health hazards that were created in that building. Then the question is, if the building is demolished, what should be done with the building afterwards? We have heard callers talk about the location being so close to where one of our national heroes, Mr. Ormond Panton, lived, and there should be some sort of a recognition of him, whether or not it's a park or whatever, some recognition there. I remember at one time there was an administration talking about when the new building was being built, converting that building into an aftercare center for children of the employees of the government administration building who could go there after school to wait for their parents and be tutored and be accommodated there as well. That never took shape as well. I would say we would extend a challenge to our current government and our current minister with responsibility for infrastructure to come up with a viable plan, put it to the public, and if it is successful, trust me, people would really, really appreciate it. That building has been sitting there. While some see it as a monument to our development here in the Cayman Islands, others see it as an eyesore. And any viable suggestion and viable plan to either demolish that building and rebuild or turn it into a park, not a parking lot. We do not need to use all of our special green space that we have in the Cayman Islands, because we have getting less and less of it, not for a parking lot, but to come up with some use for that area where the glass house is. The longer we wait, the more expensive it gets when it comes to demolishing it, and then we have to deal with the debris that comes from it as well. Remember, that building is basically a steel frame building, very little concrete in it. Most of it is steel frame. We were successful. I think at that time, what was it? And that was people considered that a lot of money, but it was, in today's prices, I think it costs like $1 million to demolish the tower building. Probably costs several million now to demolish the glass house as well. Some don't want it demolished, but that building could never be occupied the way it is. And to get it up to standard, to code, would be more than impossible. You think it was difficult getting the Ponciana Rehabilitation Center open and being able to pass all of the requirements of the planning department? You think that was difficult? Try it with the glass house. Try it with the glass house. It'd be even more difficult. But that's the challenge that we want to put out there. What to do with the old glass house, the old government administration building. Maybe a contest should be sponsored by the ministry, for suggestions. You could possibly make suggestions individually or as a group to come up with a plan for replacement of the glass house or what to do with the glass house as well. Folks, that is it. Let me just check any WhatsApp messages that may have come through that I may have missed. I believe that we've covered all of them. Okay, I think. Okay, yeah. Yes, I covered everything. I was looking at someone had forwarded something to me in relation to Stand Tall by Craig A. Brown. And this was done for Carfesta, and they shared the program of what took place at the Harquail and Craig Brown's poem there. So, folks, I want to thank all of you who participated in the discussion this afternoon. Thanks to all of you who welcomed me back as well. I have saved the kudos for Miss Teresa, Doctors Teresa and Steve McPhail for tomorrow morning on For the Record, since they both so ably filled in, for me during that period, and all of the feedback that I've been getting extremely, extremely positive as well. So I welcome you to join me tomorrow morning at 7:30 for the Record. Continue to enjoy the rest of your day. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to continue to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.